Tycho Sneyers is Managing Partner at LGT Capital Partners. He joins me now. Tycho, what are the main advantages for an investor incorporating ESG factors into their portfolio?
The biggest opportunities in ESG investing pertain to the Sustainable Development Goals. The Sustainable Development Goals are a set of 17 goals which have been agreed by every member state of the United Nations, so they have global credibility, global legitimacy, and in the world of ESG we have achieved a lot. We've been working on ESG for the last, me personally, for the last 18 years, but a lot of people for the last 10, 15 years. And ESG was often focused on resources, on processes, but it wasn't very outcome oriented. There weren't any set of specific goals that we were all working towards to achieve the work we were implementing with ESG. And that is what the Sustainable Development Goals bring to the world of ESG. There are 17 concrete goals that have been agreed, so we don't need to debate about what is good, what is not a priority. Everybody can choose amongst the 17 goals, so there is a bit of flexibility in terms of which areas you want to focus on, but the 17 goals give you the framework to work towards with all of your ESG work. And those 17 goals are currently being debated. Many people are looking at how their existing investments are having a positive effect onto these goals, but at this stage, there is not enough capital that is really flowing, big capital, trillions, that are flowing to support these goals. And the goals are not just an area for investors, it's clearly the responsibility of governments, the responsibility of corporates, of civil society as a whole, but the world of asset managers and asset owners also has an important role to play in contributing to these goals. Members of the UN PRI control over 80 trillion of assets, and we do need a significant proportion of those assets to help to achieve these goals. And what I would suggest is that asset owners, and that's where I really see the opportunity, is that asset owners and asset managers try to incorporate the SDGs in every investment decision that they make. So whether it is a public equity decision, whether it is a corporate bond, whether it is private equity, whether it is listed or unlisted, doesn't really matter. Every investment leaves an impact. Every investment leaves a footprint, and we need to start really analyzing how each of the investments that we make positively or negatively impacts the SDGs. We have done quite some work in trying to understand the footprint of a typical investment portfolio on the SDGs. And if you look, for example, at the MSCI World, unfortunately you see that the majority of the investments has a negative impact on the SDGs. The majority of the revenues of companies, the products and services that they deliver, don't contribute to the 17 goals. And that's an issue. So investors, when we talk about what are the biggest opportunities in ESG investing, is really realigning the portfolios of investors towards investments that avoid the negative contribution and ideally have a positive contribution to these 17 goals.